Hey Bassett, so I just wanted to check. I shot a video on this earlier in the week about your tasks. So I just want to make sure that you're staying on top of these. So as you can see, like I got a little behind, but I worked through mine, and the ones I rescheduled my due dates as needed, and got rid of the tasks that are no longer needed, that we had no resolution or I wasn't buying the property, whatever. So I'm just clicking on this assign to. So I'm back over to yours, and so I see that you have due dates clear back to the first. So if you're working on this, let me just check to see what needs to be done here, and I'll just show you how I'd work through this. All right, so I just logged into this first lead or task that you had here. And it looks like you said, I actually might. I'm flying back today. Let me get back to you tomorrow. Sounds good. This is back in October 31st. You had it scheduled for the 1st, which was right, but there was no response. So I went ahead and sent this response. So that's telling me that you didn't actually follow through with the response. So I just want to make sure that you're using this. This is a tool that really helps you stay on top of your leads because you had this scheduled for the first. So now I'd go ahead and schedule this for tomorrow to follow up because see if he actually has one. So you reschedule the task. It doesn't flip over instantly, but it will. And then you can move on to so more of your tasks. So we'll just move on to number two. So let me take a look at this one. And I'll copy and paste that response into the responses. If you're not sure how to respond, we'll go into that in a minute, but I would assign it over to me. If you don't know how to respond, just don't leave it. So let me look at this one, and we'll get a couple of these out of the way, and let's see if we can get you going on using uh, your tasks that you got to go through and keeping this cleaned up. So ideally, when we log into this, we don't ever want to see red. That means we're past due. As you can see, I'm caught up, and I get behind too. But it looks like I'm starting to wonder if you're not even using this. So I just want to make sure you're using it. So let me look at a couple more of these, and we'll continue to see if we can get this kind of whittled down so that it's nice and clean, that you're staying on top of your tasks. That's the whole purpose of these leads is assigning, when you assign these over to here, this keeps you nice and organized. So I'll go through this whole flow here in a minute, but let me just check a couple more of these. Well, first of all, let's get this cleaned up, make sure that you're on top of your tasks, and then we'll talk about the whole flow of this so you understand how this works and how this keeps you organized. All right, so looks like this is one that we're working on, and then I jumped in and started working on it, but we never assigned the lead over to me. This thing is dead, but I could see where you just kind of left this one because I was jumping in here as well. But if you don't know how to handle it, just go in and you can just reassign the lead to me. So in this situation, you can go ahead and clear it, clear your tasks, and then go to lead details, and then you could assign it over to me. Save, click I'm not going to do it because it's done. I don't want to clear that task anymore. So I would click this, save lead. That'll automatically assign me the task under my list here. Okay, but anyways, I'm going to keep going into yours and look at a few more of these, and then I'm going to send this over to you today to kind of get in here and clear this up. I also want to let you know that we're going to have another user in the system. My son Braxton is going to be working the Nashville market, and so we definitely got to keep this nice, clean, and organized for all of us to use it. If we start getting out of hand with our due dates, this system is going to get really messy. So this is why I'm big on trying to keep this nice and clean, so that we can all stay nice and organized in here. So let me take a look at a few more of these, and then I'll cut you loose to go through these and clean this up. All right, so here's the next one. So first of all, I wanted to just point out when I run my tasks, when I'm working through this, and I've come to some next what I know I need to do next to move this along. what I typically like to do is put that right here in the notes. So for example, on this just makes it faster. So when you click on the lead, you can look at your task, you know what needs to be done next, go to communications, see if they responded anyway, and you're right into the lead. You don't have to really go through everything and try to figure it out. You already know what needs to be done next because you already have it in your notes. But on this one, there was nothing in lead details. So, it looks like she has an off market in mind off the Alameda area, and you got the price out of her, and then you asked her for the address. Um, Let me ask the seller if it's okay. Sure. Did you ask your seller? No, I can't get a hold of him. He's in Arizona. At that point, your response kind of got uh, uh, off cue, I would say. You responded with, "Well, thanks for your cooperation. If you have any off-market deals in the future, let me know." She's just saying that at this point, I still haven't got a hold of him, so I would just say, "Okay, let me know." And then I just followed up with her, "Do you have any off-market properties mine?" And then I specifically went to the one off Alameda. So let's see if she got a hold of that guy in Arizona, and let's continue to work this. So at this point, I'd go ahead and reassign this task to tomorrow to follow up, and then you'd follow up tomorrow. Okay. So, and then in lead details, put something like waiting on seller to get back from Arizona. Save it, and then we know what it'll give us a reminder what we need to do next time. So then we're moving into the next one. So we got quite a few of these to clear up. And so what I'm going to say is you go through and clear up as many as you can. So there's nothing in notes. We got to go to communications and kind of scroll through this and figure out what's happening here. Possibly, sure, waiting for your response. By the way, how do you get my number? I got your number from one of your listings. So we still haven't gotten a response from them. So I just copy and paste that. Just wanted to follow up, see if you had that. See if you have, I would say, um, well, anything. This gets some kind of thing going here. So we went ahead and responded, trying to keep this conversation alive. Um, looks like, yeah, so it looks like you had something in the task here. So let's follow up tomorrow. So that is, and then that one's reassigned down here, so we can just keep going through here until we get all these cleaned up. So I'm gonna send this back to you, Bassett, and I'm going to have you go through these and make sure that these are all cleaned up. So, and then when you are done with that and you got this all cleaned up, I'll go through and I'll step through this once again, how this whole system flows. So hope you're doing well, and chat soon.